Hello students, hi, I am Anil Pare sir. Today we are going to learn 3 visions for India. Actually it was a speech which is delivered by our late and great ex-president of India, Dr. A.P.J. Abdul Kalam. Dr. A.P.J. Abdul Kalam was born on 15th October 1931 at Rameswaram in Tamil Nadu. He died on 27th July 2015 in Shillong. Abdul Kalam ji was Indian aerospace scientist. He worked in ISRO and DRDO. Dear students, Abdul Kalam ji was not only good scientist but also good politician. He was thinker and he was educationist. He had written many books, among them Wings of Fire is an autobiography. Vision 2020, Beyond 2020, My Journey, these are very prolific and great books which always inspire every Indian. Dear students, Abdul Kalam ji was awarded with Bharat Ratna, Padma Bhushan and so more. Dear students, he had three visions for India. First, freedom. Second, development. And third one is standing up to the world. We are going to see one by one. First, freedom. He said, if we are not free, no one will respect us. If you are slave, then you will not get respect. So live self-reliant. You should have self-respect and you should have freedom. He said that many countries invaded us, many countries attacked on us, they grabbed our land and made us slave. They not only conquered our land but they conquered our mind also. So we know that value of freedom. From Alexander to British, Dutch, Portuguese and all, they attack on us. They overrule on us. But when we got freedom in 1947, after that we didn't try to grab any land or conquer anyone because we know that value of freedom. And that's why we respect our freedom and also we respect others' freedom. Abdul Kalam ji wanted to say that our first fight for our right was the 1857 war. He said that we started our journey from 1857 and we fought for our right, and after many years we got freedom. We are enjoying this freedom. So he just addressed to every Indian that you have to keep this freedom alive. Because if you don't have the freedom, no one respects you. Now, he turns towards the second vision, and that was development. After independence, today also we are called developing country. So he was disappointed. Abdul Kalam ji wanted to say that why we are a developing country? Why don't we call as a developed country? Though we are among the top 5 nations of the world in terms of gross domestic product, GDP. We have 10% growth rate in most area. Yet we call as developing country. So he wanted to say that yes, if you want to achieve development, then we have to achieve the self-reliant, self-assured. When you respect ourselves, when you just become a self-reliant, that time we will be called as a developed country. He said that his third vision was India must be stand up to the world. Means what? He said, I have a third vision that India must stand up to the world or no one will respect us. Only strength respect the strength. So we should be powerful. Why? Because only strength respects strength. We must be strong not only as a military power but also as an economic power. Economic power is also essential, not only military power. Both must go hand in hand. He said, why we are in India so embarrassed to recognize our own strength, our achievement. We are such a great nation. He said, we had a great history. We achieved many achievements. Among them, he said, we are the second largest producer of wheat. I repeat, he said, we are the second largest producer of wheat in the world. He also said, we are the second largest producer of rice and we are the first in milk production. We are number one in remote sensing satellite. Yet we called developing country. He also gave the example of Dr. Sudarshan. He has transferred the tribal village into the self-sustaining, self-driving unit. And that's why he was disappointed. We have everything, yet we are called developing country. And that's why he said we must go through our Indian products. Swadeshi, that is very essential. Because we always give the more respect to the foreign goods. Isn't it? We want everything made by foreigners. Isn't it? Imported. And that's why he said we are able to achieve everything, but we have the self-respect for ourselves. We should be the good producer of everything. We are not only be a market. We should be supplier. We should be producer of the every and each product. If you compare India with China, China is, we can say, not market, but China is what? The sellers. They are selling the everything all over the world. And that's why China is called a developed country. And we are yet developing. And that's why Abdul Kalam ji was disappointed. He felt very sad. What he said after this, why it is happening. And that's why he said, do we not realize that self-respect comes with self-reliance? He asked a question. What he said? He said, do we not realize that self-respect comes with self-reliance? And that's why he said that we have that self-reliance. Then we will get respect. And for this reason, he has given the one example and he directly blamed to our media. He said that our media always showed the bad news. He always highlighted the bad things. Isn't it? He said, as soon as you just see the newspaper on the front page, we saw all the worst news, bad news. For example, if there was, you can say, bombarding, if there was an attack, if there was something great accident was taken place, some bank was looted, politicians made some corruption, or many things. Which is a bad, that is the worst things we saw on the newspaper. He wanted to say that why should this going on? Why don't we show the good things on the front page? Our breaking news, okay, as soon as we open the any pages or the newspaper, we saw on the front page all the worst news, bad news. As soon as we switch on the news channel, our breaking news are so worst. And that's why it's directly affected on the viewer's mind that our country is corrupted, our country is not the good place to live, our country is worst one. We lost the self-respect for Indians and our country. And that's why he has given the example. He said that I was in Tel Aviv once and I was reading Israel's newspaper. It was the day after a lot of attacks and bombardments and deaths had taken place. The Hammams had struck. But the front page of the newspaper had the picture of a Jewish gentleman who in 5 years had transferred his desert land into an orchard, farm and granary. See, means what? In that country, before one day there was an attack. But yet, in their newspaper, in the first front newspaper, they saw, means all audience or readers saw not that bad news or worse news, but they read the news, which is a show optimism. We show the good or best things. So he said, why not it's happen in our country? Why always our news channels and newspapers show the bad things? Someone says, the worst news is the best news. And this formula, every channel just use for their TRP. And that's why also Abdul Kalamji says, Abdul Kalamji also feels sad for this reason. Dear students, at the end he wanted to say that I said that I want the developed India. I want India should be free, India should be developed, and India should be the standing to the world. And he said that when he was in Hyderabad giving this lecture, when a 14 years old girl asked me for my autograph, I asked her what her goal in life is. She replied, I want to live in developed India. So Abdul Kalamji expected from every Indian that he said, for her, you and I will have to build this developed India. For India, you must proclaim. So we have to declare, we have to decide to make our India as a developed country. That girl is symbolized as a new generation. It is our duty to give the developed country to our coming generation. And that's why we have to fight, we have to struggle, we have to achieve these three visions. I hope so, dear students, you understood this and you will find the way to achieve these three visions. And if you did it, then it is the great tribute to our late and great ex-president of India, A.P.J. Abdul Kalam. Thank you very much. If you like this channel, so please subscribe, like and share. Thank you very much. See you in next lecture. Till